Hello, everyone. This is Angela.
And this is Gina.
And welcome to Neighborhood
Chat. Who is Mandela?
Do you think we went to the moon?
What is your teenager doing?
Are we living in a simulation?
I had a dream last night.
I heard the earth is flat.
Is there a parenting handbook?
Why is there a pyramid on the dollar?
Are you superstitious?
What do you think about influencers?
What are those lights in the sky?
Are chemtrails real?
Is someone watching us?
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You ready to chat today?
Of course I am.
Right, let's do it.
That said, should everyday people influence you? This is our episode today about influencers and what we think. I'm going to take the position that I do not think everyday influencers are positive in today's society. And you are going to take the position.
I'm going to go pro influencer, and hopefully I'll be able to point out some positive things about influencing.
I follow influencers. I'm influenced to buy things. I have social media. But I'm going to say that it could be a very dangerous thing, especially for vulnerable women. Us as women are very known to be emotional as it is. As with some men, but I feel like they hide it better.
Yes.
We are just, emotions on our sleeve.
Yes, yeah, very true.
I think us women, we go through so many different phases in our life. For example, maybe when you hit the teenage years, which could be very hard as it is, you could look at yourself in the mirror and maybe you still have, the baby fat showing in your face. You could be one of the young women who are more prone to acne. Maybe you gain weight due to puberty or you lose too much weight due to puberty. Mm-hmm. You don't know how to master makeup yet. You don't know how to put outfits together. You cannot feel tall enough or you feel too tall. You don't like your hair color. If you have blonde hair, you might want to be a brunette, vice versa. Maybe you feel your eyebrows aren't thick enough for the times. You feel like your lips are too small. You feel like you need a whole skincare routine by 9. You need the protein or the energy drinks to survive, your day at school or just to survive the summer days. You need the latest Starbucks drinks. You feel the need to work out, which is a great thing, but they can't do workout at home. Oh, no. No. You have to join a gym. But as adults, which we are, is there any really difference in what I just listed of how you feel?
I would say no. I'll be honest. When I do scroll on Instagram, there, I'll find things that will appeal to me. Mm-hmm. Like a skirt or a dress or something. And, I find myself being pulled in.
Yep.
And they do. They pull you in with this promise of you're going to look like this, or in 2 weeks you can look like this.
Ridiculous. But as adults, we know that. Where I think teenagers, young women, don't know that. So it's our job, I feel like, as women, to tell other young women, this is. You have 20-year-old skin, you have teenage skin, where
exactly
someone of our age, we have the fine lines. Our skin has changed over the years.
Right, exactly.
So I'm going to say, as adults, we do worry about everything I just mentioned, along with other life changes, such as if you have a baby, you feel sick, you gain weight. It's like, then as soon as you have the baby, all you think about is how fast could I lose the weight that I just put on? Not the fact that you just brought a human being into this world, but you're so quick because of everything social media and these influencers show you.
Yeah, the focus is on the wrong thing.
Exactly. I think weight is a huge topic for adult women. Not only through pregnancy, but, you could gain weight if you're on a medication, if, there's convenience eating. If you're a full-time working mom, then you come home and then you have work to do in the house. DoorDash sometimes just seems the easiest. Then there's menopause that we go through that, you just can't seem to lose that extra weight.
I know.
Another difference from teenagers is us as adults. We take care of a house, we take care of our husbands or significant other, we take care of the kids. I'm not saying husbands do not help, of course they do, but I feel like it does fall more on us as women, making the appointments, driving kids around, running errands,
Yes.
etc.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel that's the way it is. Not in every household, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I don't feel there really isn't that much of a difference of our insecurities from teens to adults. Us as adults just have like bigger things to deal with, along with all of our adolescence thought, which are still there with us, never goes away. So with all that being
revisited.
said, enter influencers. let's chat about them. Give you a list of just top things that are constantly thrown at me on my algorithm, which probably shows a lot about me and what I look up, but some things influencers that are constantly trying to sell me that are in my face: makeup, skincare, protein drinks, protein powders, green juices such as AG1, vitamins, adults, kids, men's, creatine. By the way, so many clothes, as I was just influenced to buy myself. Sunglasses, home decor, holiday decorations, which by the way need to be different every year depending on a theme that you want. Shoes, definitely workout clothes. Now influencers have their own jewelry lines, curling irons. Do you get the Dyson Airwrap? And now this is the best one. The prepackaged meals that you eat for lunch and dinner. I'm going to get into that a little bit later.
Oh, yeah.
Shampoo, hair products. Now, which one is the best? It's just so easy for them, I feel, to promote all these items when most of the time when you reach a certain level of an influencer, you're gifted these items to try to promote, which is great for them.
Right, yeah.
But for the everyday average person,
Yeah.
we could spend a gazillion dollars when these influencers keep changing these products. Buy this one.
Exactly.
Great, you bought that one, but now look at this one, which is
Exactly.
almost exactly like that, but a little bit better.
Yeah. Yes.
So I just feel, should we talk about beauty products first?
Yeah, I mean, I think makeup is a big thing. The women in the ads, I've seen ads with younger women, probably in their
Oh, what
No,
prep
I
do
do.
they really do
No, you're right.
before they show this makeup for mature skin?
And the other thing too is not every woman that's 45 to 65 has gray hair. I mean, there are
Correct.
some women, their hair not dyed is still red or blonde or black or brunette. Maybe it's like slightly faded or whatever from when they were 20.
Of course.
But I mean, but all these women, I guess, are they trying to make a point, that they all have this like beautiful silver gray hair, and it's in this like most beautiful bob you've ever seen in your life.
Perfectly styled.
It is, and I think that's what draws me in. And
Right.
I always have to stop myself and say, hey, you do not look like that person.
Right.
This is what you look like.
Right.
This is what will work for you.
Right.
Watch the advertisement because it's kind of fun to watch them put the makeup on.
Yep.
And just sort of see like, hey, do I do it that way or whatever?
Yeah.
But if you're much younger,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have all that wisdom yet,
Right.
you're going to be pulled in and you might be buying every product that's out there.
And
or trying it at least.
That, the world we live in, we go into adulthood with our adolescent insecurities. But as adults, we know and we've learned, but the adolescent people, girls, females,
Yeah.
even men, that, I think we forget when we see all of these products and all of these brands that all of our skin types are so different. So when they
Very
promote skincare, makeup, they're not thinking that every product is made differently for this, for that,
True. It's true.
And you have to ask yourself when it comes to an influencer, especially maybe trying to sell you an eye cream, for the older women. Although now I feel like 12-year-olds need like an eye cream because they are being influenced to believe. So you need this eye cream so you don't get the fine lines. Well, that's just a natural part of
it's
aging.
just gonna exactly. Yes.
So, but ask yourself, do those influencers have Botox already? So when they promote these eye care,
This is
they don't have the fine lines, but they're like, but look what this eye cream did. It did not, like, look, I have no fine lines. Well, great, but do you have Botox? Do you have filler in your face?
yeah.
Do they get facials monthly just to keep up with their demanding job? Which, by the way, that's what influencers are. It is their job.
It's a multi-million-dollar job.
You know, the vampire facials, just all that, where maybe the average American, especially right now with how the cost of everything's so high, you know, you can't afford to get a facial every month. Maybe you
Right.
could, great if you can,
Yeah.
but I'm saying on average, you probably cannot.
You would love to, but yeah, exactly.
And the most important question is, I know 95% of them say, when I do makeup or skincare, I do not use a filter. But are they using a filter?
I mean, I don't know how to tell if they are.
I mean, unless it glitches. But
Yeah.
So thinking about this, I look back and I want to say, but when you're doing these products and you say, I'm just using a ring light, or I'm sitting in my car, or I'm doing this, why do they not look any different than the other videos that they're maybe have a filter on? I would say there has to be a change, especially if you're starting the video with no makeup, no prep of any kind. Do you always notice like their hair is perfectly done
Yeah.
before they do that?
Yes.
And I'm like, you don't need any makeup. Like, you're stunning as it is
Yeah.
without
Right.
makeup.
Right. Yes.
I don't look like that without makeup. And
I don't. I don't
so,
either.
all that being said, I think young women, even adult women, sometimes I have to remind myself of these questions. You know, they do have Botox. Some are honest about it. Some maybe are not. And I have to remember that. And I don't have blonde hair. So if I follow an influencer with blonde hair, you know, even their outfits,
Yeah.
their skin tone is different than mine.
Exactly.
Everything. So I have to remind myself, looks great on them.
Right. Exactly.
Like the outfit I just bought. Does not suit me. It just doesn't. It's very cute though.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
cute. But so these are just some things that I came up with to kind of be devil's advocate right now.
Yeah, I mean, those are good things. And before I was looking at pro influencer stuff, I would have to say that that was really just only one way that I thought, which was just kind of against influencers. So just after doing very minimal research, but doing some research, I kind of just sort of look at it a little bit differently now. So it's not, it can be, there's the bad side of it, like we were just, mentioning, with not presenting the product in a proper manner and making it look more inflated or better than it is, or like you said, not acknowledging your skin type, your hair color, whatever. But one thing about it is that influencers, the kind of endorsing that they do, like you have, there's Mr. Beast, of course there's Kardashians, there's bodybuilders, you just named a whole bunch. There's music, makeup, clothes, whatever floats your boat, you can find someone who can influence that. And for this kind of hurts advertising, because this kind of endorsing that they do, it encourages a trust that you can't get through regular advertising, because you're watching someone who actually used the product and is telling you about it. So you can look at it and say, well, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it and say, well, it worked for them, and that's great, and think to yourself, will this work for me? And then decide, do I want it or not? Or you can just look at it and say, oh my gosh, they look great. I'm also going to look great. So
Right.
I think you have to discriminate. So if you discriminate that way, like for example, like I just was buying a few things that we're going to need on vacation. Like I needed one of those camp wagons that you can put, or to take down to the beach, you can put all your stuff in.
Sure.
So I was looking for one of those. I've never bought one before, so I'm like, I need it to fold up. And it has to be easy, so people aren't going crazy. When
Sure.
We're supposed to be relaxing on vacation.
Right.
So I was looking for a wagon, and I went through the whole thing. It's like I was doing research for this. I'm like, why can't I just buy this and be done with it? But it took me 10 or 15 minutes. Probably not too bad, but at the very end, they had a picture of the thing, and they had a video. And there were two people that I noticed were influencing the product. Now, they were, not like young girls, or they were just like men that were probably in their late 30s, early 40s, just regular guys.
Sure.
And I noticed that one of them got like endorsements for the product. So I took a look at it, and he showed how to set it up and how to take it down. That it was.
Don't they make it look so
He did. Now,
easy?
I have it now at my house, so
Okay.
I will report back.
I need you to report
if it
back.
was easy.
Because they make it look so easy.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't really like assembling things.
Right.
And this, it was he did show, and it was very easy. Put the wheels in. I was like, all right, I'm with you.
All right. That sounds
Handles
easy.
already in, and
Okay.
basically you're supposed to be able to just pull it from the middle.
Okay.
It folds up, and then you can cover it. And then to open it, you just unfold it, push it down, and it opens up. So like I said,
Oh, that
I'll
sounds
let you know.
that sounds so easy.
It does. And we're looking at so I looked at the thing, I looked at his video. It was like 2 minutes long, and he put a bunch of stuff in there. The one I have can hold like 500 pounds. I'm like, I don't think I'll have to wheel any of my family back, but who knows?
But you could if you
Right?
needed
I could throw
to.
my husband in there if he's
Right, there you go.
complaining and just pulling back.
There you go. Oh, that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, that is another show.
Can't wait for that
We
one.
might have to do parts on that.
Oh,
part
for
one,
sh-
part two.
Part 25.
But anyway, that helped me decide to get that product. I also looked at another product that didn't hold as much weight, but when I looked at the video, I was I was noticing there was a part of it I was just like, I don't think I want to assemble that.
Yeah.
You had to put some wires in this, and I was like, no. So having that video and having the person come on and show, in that respect, that helped me.
For sure.
So that was a good thing. And then I had to buy, I wanted to buy like a canopy or that you can put in your backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking again for a nice, easy one that's not going to blow away into my neighbor's yard.
Right.
Easy to put up, blah, blah. So I did the same thing with that.
But don't
So
you
in
think
that
that
respect-
when because we're of a certain age, we are used to watching videos of how the product actually works and how the product actually assembles, where I feel like this younger generation has grown up in a society where everything's at their fingertips. There's no patience.
There is a lot
They want
of-
fast, easy,
Yeah.
no instruction, no assembly required.
Yeah.
They don't know how to assemble anything. I'm not saying everyone. So,
Yeah.
so
Well,
as
they might
you're
not.
listening to us, please keep this in mind. We
It's
are
not-
not. We're
we're
just
not-
talking on an
Right.
average. We're just
Right.
talking.
I mean,
We're just chatting.
exactly. And there's people and kids out there that will take the time to assemble.
For
and
sure.
do. But I do agree, because I have found myself in the past few years becoming impatient about
Yes.
stuff. And I'll stop myself
Right.
and I say, why is that? Because I want an instant gratification.
Yes,
I
which is
want
what
it.
we're used to
Yeah.
in this day and age.
I want it right now.
We don't
Like,
even
I
have to go to the
don't-
grocery store
No.
anymore if we don't want to. It's
Right.
delivered right to our front door.
Which I got spoiled with that, and my husband's always like, "Why?" He's like, "Why are you using Instacart?" And I started using it during COVID because I didn't want to go to the store.
Right.
Right. I was trying to be safe and keep
Sure.
my family safe, so had it delivered. And then I was like, I kind of like this because I don't really like shopping anyway. I can't stand it. I have to have a list. I like to be in and out of there as quickly as I can, and boom, out. So it worked for me. So I'm still using it for that reason. And now I'm
Right.
just like, oh, I'm out of this. Get another list.
Right. But the
Boom, it's there.
but the
I
thought
don't have to
is,
go through it.
see, now you're just so used to that.
Yeah.
One click of a button,
Yeah.
it's there. No. But going back, the patients, the influencers,
Yeah.
the how we're of a certain age where we might have a little more patience, but not anymore. And the
Yeah.
kids just don't have any.
Yeah.
Young people
They're-
have no.
Yeah. I mean, in some ways it's good. I mean, the influencers, it's good because they can build their specific community, whether it's for beauty or music or weightlifting. They can build that community. You connect with specific demographics, like we were just talking, connect with, the 20s or the 30s or the 40s or the 50 group or the 60 or whatever. You can, and you can do it in an effective manner. Also for for brands, it's like probably right now, in this day and age, is one of the best ways really to get your product out there. If
Right.
someone's using it, it gives a boost to it. And if that person, maybe they may not start out as this big influencer, but then all of a sudden they become one.
One
that
viral,
really
yeah,
can
one
boost
viral video
your
will
product.
get you there.
Yeah, just on social media. So
Yeah.
for people who, have a new product and they're advertising, this is one of the best ways. If you can get an influencer to do it for you, it could, influence your company by, leagues
Right.
and leagues.
I mean, if you think about it, this is a modernized version of back when the television became popular.
True.
Of TV commercials,
Yeah.
where they showed you everyday people who were
Yeah,
really actors,
true.
but looking
Yeah.
at them, they weren't in your movies. They were not in your TV shows. So
Yeah.
it is just a modernized way of
Version
reaching
of it.
people,
Yeah.
where that's what the TV commercial did.
Yeah.
Especially
it's true.
laundry detergent. You had, a mom looking figure
Yeah.
that was selling you laundry detergent.
Yeah. True.
So,
Or, or a vacuum cleaner. Showing
Right.
them using it or.
and it was always on midday during your soap operas that you would be watching while you were probably folding
Yeah.
laundry.
Now, with everybody out all over the place,
Right.
people are still at home. Do not get me wrong, but influencers are just a little more skilled at engaging that particular group. They make interesting videos, interesting content, and just the engagement. I mean, just for my own age group, I keep feeling like I fall into these traps. I just get pulled in. So whoever's doing those is doing a good job. Right?
For sure.
With the colors, the visuals, like you said, they look stunning. So you
Today, influencers influence you because
No,
now
yeah.
you looked in the mirror and now you're doubting your face,
Right.
what you look like.
Right.
You could almost doubt your whole
it can
wardrobe.
take down your confidence.
One
and that's what you
100%.
you don't want. But there are, as I was looking, I mean, there are some influencers that are actually more positive, and they can help normalize things. So you were talking about having a baby, and you're trying to focus on you just brought in a new life into the world, and that's
Right.
like a big women used to celebrate. I mean, I guess they still celebrate it in a way, but then you become so focused on, and maybe it's been like this for maybe since the 50s or 60s. I don't know. I don't think it was always, women were always worried about losing weight after childbirth, because I think
Right.
they were just having maybe child after child,
Sure.
It was a different time.
Right.
And that's what you were supposed to do. So anyway, you'll find influencers out there who they just had a baby, and so they will show you their little journey and
Right.
how hard it was for them, to lose the weight. And in some ways, that normalizes it and tells you, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
This is your body, and you're going to get back. And there's other ones out there for mental health, people that are experiencing some depression or bullying. They have influencers out there who will talk about their own experiences, just like a real experience, nothing, no filters, no, as far as I know, no script. And, kids, college age kids or even adults can watch these and maybe feel like, hey, I'm going through that. Someone else is going through it. Now, I don't think you should be engaging on social media to find your normalization. You should talk to other people.
Right.
Talk to someone who's had a baby. Hey, was it hard to lose the weight? How did you feel? Blah,
right.
Blah, blah. Talk to actual people. But if you are, at home and you just happen to be, don't make this like your only route
right.
of finding help.
Right.
Talk to actual people that have had the actual experiences. But if you see, there are, like I said, there are influencers, so that's in a positive way.
That's a very positive thing.
But
I'm going to go back to how you said after the baby and how it's being promoted, how to lose the weight naturally and in time. Being that I'm for the influencers to show you the natural way of doing it, and it takes time, maybe 6 to 8 months to actually lose the weight.
Yeah.
But then I think it's a bad thing too, where if they promote it, if you don't go to the gym, how are you going to possibly lose it? Or take this pill or drink this drink.
Yeah.
All these, there's so many drinks out there for your gut now.
Yeah.
I mean, I always knew your gut health was important, but I feel there's so much information at the same time that it's so confusing.
Much.
And if you don't almost have a medical background, how do you know what product to take?
Right. It's too much. And that's where you have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and say, hey, wait a minute,
Right.
This is not good for me. That's why I'm saying you can, if you want to look and find influencers to help you find some normalization in your, whatever your situation is, you can find it.
Yeah.
And that's a very good thing.
Right.
On the other hand, like you're saying, you have to step back and look at yourself and say, okay, here's my situation. Here's what's going on. I'm only going to do what I can do. And it's like eventually you're going to lose the weight. Eventually everything's going to fall into place. But you, at the time, it's not going to happen overnight. And you have to be patient with yourself.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. So obviously it's younger women. I'm not saying older women cannot have children, obviously, but younger women, it seems to be in your 20s that you're starting your family.
Yeah.
And I feel like these are the young women who have learned instant gratification.
Yeah.
They have no patience. They want to have that baby and be back to what they look like, I'm going to say within a month.
Yeah.
Or they feel like they're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like that is very, very dangerous because you're not doing it wrong. Everybody's body is different.
Right, exactly.
And
it takes time.
It does take time. I like to call modern day influencers back in the 70s and 80s what we would call used car salesmen.
Yes.
They were great at their job and you left buying a used car and it worked great for maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was like a facade. It looked great. When you tested it, it was great. But after a very short amount of time, you saw its true colors and you realized this isn't the greatest car. Did I get scammed?
Yeah.
Did I get duped?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just on a comical note, I think that's what modern day influencers are. They're just used car salesmen. I'm not saying used car salesmen are bad. Not at all.
Yeah.
But it was just a saying of how they were interpreted back in the 70s and 80s.
Like maybe they just wanted to get, rid of cars, move the cars, make the money, and so they would.
Which is the same as influencers. They want to move the product.
They do. There's a breakdown of influencers. So if you're looking for an influencer, and maybe you want to say to yourself, can I trust this one or whatever? So there's macro influencers. They have 100,000 to 1 million followers. So these are good for fast brand awareness. And they just kind of reach out. They have a very broad reach. So maybe your makeup, a product that you want to sell. So oftentimes, if advertisers, they hire these influencers to, promote their product, and sometimes the amount of customers that they get from it becomes so overwhelming they can't even keep up with the demand.
Wow.
So that's good. But if you're looking for something a little more, like I said, going to normalize the situation, or you want a real thing, maybe 100,000 to 1,000,000 followers on an influencer, maybe not so good, because maybe they've lost their focus on what's real.
Right.
So that's a macro. Then there's a micro influencer, which is 10,000 to 100,000. They have the highest engagement rates because they have like loyal and like a niche kind of following.
Okay.
So people have been following them for a while. And then there's nano influencers, which is less than 10,000 followers. That's more of a personal, trustworthy endorsements, where they're maybe going to be telling you, hey, don't use this product because here's what happened for me.
Which is, I think, what we all need to remember is
do-
no product is
Giving
created
back to it.
equal.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But and what do
Giving
these
back to
products
it.
teach young women? I mean,
Yeah.
I think it could teach you that you need to spend all day and you need to spend all this money to be noticed, to be like everyone else. I think it teaches everyone
Yeah.
that they have to have the hairstyle of the moment. They have to wear the clothes that are trending. They have to have the same makeup trend, which I feel makes everyone look the same. My question is, what is happening to everybody's individuality?
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It can get lost in there. But on the other hand, it does at least promote positive body, because you're promoting self-care routines, healthy habits, and then maybe kids that helps them to promote some good, just healthy habits of taking care of yourself, being aware of eating properly, taking care of your face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can have some positive effects in that way. And then, some ways, some people feel like when they're they're following an influencer, they sort of feel like they're belonging and they're like in a community, which for some people, that's a positive thing.
That's a very positive thing, especially if you're in school and you might not have a lot of friends, or you see groups that are in this big group of friends.
Yeah.
And I always try to tell my kids, just because they have a huge group doesn't mean that they're true friends. So would you rather have a group of 15 that really don't have your back?
Exactly.
You can't really count on, you can't really open up to. Or do you want one or two true people in your life?
True.
But it's hard. So I like the community where you could go on there, see other people your age that have the same interests as you.
Yeah.
But playing devil's advocate on that could be very dangerous, because then I feel like you could lose touch with actual people around you.
Yeah. Well,
if you're so involved with the screen.
Yeah. That is what I was going to say, like a little warning or disclaimer. That those are some positive things, for influencers, and it's good, but I wouldn't make that like your whole life, your only friends, your only thing. I mean, there's a great big world,
right?
And we're here to go out and live in it and be a part of it and have a little, maybe everybody has a little mission. You're helping somebody or carrying something out that you don't know, and you got to go out there and do it,
right?
But I'm not saying like not to ever look at an influencer, but be discriminate when you're looking at it.
Right.
Think about some of the things we just mentioned here. Some
right.
of the pros, some of the cons, and like you said, focus on you. Like, what is good for you?
Right.
Is this good for you?
Right.
And if you watch the video, you're like, no, fine.
Right.
But don't be so focused on it. And I think it's important too, as the parents, to have like that open relationship with your kids and know What are
Right.
they looking at? Who is, besides myself?
But it's very
who is
hard
influencing?
because there's so many apps out there.
There are.
And now that TikTok, I mean, everybody's on TikTok. So
Yeah.
I am not on TikTok.
No,
I so many young people looking
Yeah.
at TikTok for this great advice and
Yeah.
worldly knowledge,
yeah.
which could be very dangerous. So if your kids don't talk to you
Mm-hmm.
or aren't honest about stuff that they're seeing
Yeah.
on TikTok or on an app or as an influencer,
Yes.
you know, my algorithm, like I said, on influencing wise
Mm-hmm.
is more about products,
Yeah.
clothes.
Yes.
It is not, I'm assuming, what my children, like what their algorithm
might be
is.
on theirs,
So mine
yeah.
is like very innocent, very, I mean, it could cost me a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. If I was influenced to buy half these products,
Yes,
which
I
I
know.
have to say, walking into Sephora, watching these, and I'm like, well, I need that. Or I walk into Ulta
Yeah.
for maybe two things. I walk out because I walk past so many products where I'm like, wait, I heard of this brand. Oh my gosh, I heard of this brand.
Yes.
Okay, let me try it. And I get to the register and I know it's going to be a lot. And then I come home and I kick myself because I try the product and I go, well, I look the exact same. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I will tell you, not that I'm going to promote, but I am an avid believer of Avon products. I love them. I tend to say, I've noticed a change when I used Avon products.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to influence anyone to look into Avon, but I will say, for me, I tend to go back to that.
Yeah, I mean, when you do use a new product, you're supposed to give it at least 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
to see, you know, whether it's makeup or if you're using, you know, protein powder. You're supposed to give it about 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
before you start to say, this doesn't work for me. I mean, if you have an allergic reaction, you know, within 24 hours, then you know right away.
Right.
Hey, this is not working for me.
Exactly.
But otherwise, you're supposed to give it at least 2 weeks. And then if there's no changes, like you're saying, you know, then you know. That's it.
Right.
I'm done with that.
I think once you have the fine lines, once you have something, you could find products that dull them, but there is no magic potion.
Yeah.
And if there was a magic potion, everyone would use the magic potion.
Yes.
You wouldn't need 50 other things to promote,
Yeah.
and a Sephora wouldn't exist, and Ulta wouldn't exist,
Yeah.
because everyone would use that one
Use
product.
the one. And oh my gosh, you know, I would like to use, I mean, God put everything, I believe,
Yes.
here on earth for us to use. And it
Yes.
all has a good purpose, or if it doesn't have a good purpose, well, you know, you'll know or whatever. But so I'm like, why can't we just use?
Yeah.
Like, why can't I use like cinnamon or ginger or this for a good reason?
Right.
But you have to, you have to be so discriminate.
I'm a firm believer. It's my body. I could do what I want. I know my history.
Yeah.
I feel like now with all the products, I mean, I think they promote items that could be dangerous. And I know that they always say ask a doctor. But have you ever called your doctor's office to ask a simple question? Or you could email doctors now. You want to ask your doctor, you know, should I use colostrum? As a woman, do I need creatine?
Yeah.
All the green juices.
Yeah.
My history had cancer when I was 33. I had breast cancer. Made me totally change the way I looked at products, what's in them,
Yeah.
dyes, artificial. And I fell into a trap that I bought colostrum. I should not have got colostrum because I had to research and research and research.
Yeah.
Because they do have live hormones in some colostrum.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Oh my
all of
gosh.
them. But upon researching, which took me a really long time, because when I knew that they had, before I bought it, it was like, after I bought it, I mean, I realized there were live hormones.
Oh,
And
gosh.
with my type of breast cancer that I had,
Yeah.
I was estrogen prone, okay, but not, I was negative in testosterone. But my issue with breast cancer, I was HER2 positive, so it was the protein in my body.
Okay.
But because I was positive also in the hormone estrogen,
yeah.
I have to be very careful with my intake of
Yeah.
that. So in my case, that is a horrible product for me.
Yeah.
That I feel like I could be kind of living dangerously. Is my gut health worth it?
Yes. Right. Right.
Because I would do anything never to get my cancer back.
Right. Oh, yes. Yes.
You know, because going through chemo, double mastectomy, all that. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So I think when they promote these things, just because they say ask a doctor, yes, that's very good advice and you should. But if you don't know, and I feel like younger women don't know.
That's why I say just, be wise, be discriminate, be careful
Right.
of what you're doing, and don't just get something and start doing it because, oh, I'm going to look like that person. No, you're not, because you look like you.
Right.
So, and there's a lot of health things out there. You don't know taking this or taking that if it doesn't go with medication you're taking, or just a simple allergy medication. I mean, you have to be very careful.
Very, very careful. Always ask yourself, when you yourself are watching these influencers, or you have a young daughter or a young son even, who are getting, I feel like, more and more into influencers, for them, do you actually see them drink the whole smoothie or just take a couple sips of it? If they're promoting the protein in the smoothie or the vitamins in the smoothie, do you really see them take that supplement every day, or do they come on when they're, they need to promote the product because it's their time to promote the product? Do you really see their makeup drawers? I mean, do you really know what they put on their faces every day, or just for that makeup video? Which, by the way, they could easily be shooting at night right before they go to bed, put that on, make themselves look great, and then they take it off because maybe that product doesn't agree with their face, or it does nothing. Do you really see what's in their shower?
Right.
To see the shampoo they use, the body soap that they're promoting.
Yep. It's true.
Do they show you inside their fridge every day? Do they really? Do you really see what they eat in a day, or just the day that they show you what they eat?
Right.
These frozen foods that are so expensive, what is the difference between those? They could say they're organic. I feel they're no different than what you find in the grocery store that say organic. It is a frozen food. They make it look great on that plate.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to manipulate
There
a video, a situation.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was going to promote something, you would be, because it's their job to promote that product. Well, you're going to have things placed behind you that are very strategically placed.
Yeah. Yeah.
To promote that product. So if they're really promoting these frozen meals, I want to see your freezer every day.
Yeah.
Every single day for a year.
Yeah.
That I want to see that you're really eating these. I want to see you eat that whole meal on that plate.
Yeah.
But with editing nowadays too. I mean, it's so manipulative.
It is. I mean, you do have to be careful because, there are videos out there where they will show a day in their life with the food. They'll show you them making it, heating it up, putting it on the plate, eating the breakfast. They go out, they do something in their day, they come back, they have lunch, they show you the whole thing. So, but like you said, they're just showing you that, one day.
Right.
And what they do.
Right.
But we don't know if they do it every day.
Right.
They may not. Maybe they actually do like to cook or
absolutely,
and they are just promoting it. But that's why I said you have to be so.
You need to be careful.
Discriminate. Some of it is genuine.
Yes.
And some of it may not. You can look at how many how many followers they have. Maybe.
I think everyone needs to remember it's their job. Please keep that in mind, that It is their job. I think they do a fabulous job pulling you in enough to make you believe, like, I know them. This is my friend. I need to
Right.
check in with my friend to see what my friend is up to today.
Right,
And it's
yeah.
very dangerous. So they pull you in enough in their personal life. They show you just enough, but you have no idea how they live their life. You have
Right.
no idea.
You don't.
Half the houses are huge houses that maybe
Oh, when you see them, yeah.
absolutely beautiful, absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful, like good for them. But you don't know what their husband does. You have no idea how much they are making.
Right.
But it's their job, and they're doing their job very well.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. I think it could be dangerous for young people because they really truly believe that they know this person.
Right.
And what they show in a day, remember, they work from home. They're able to spend time with their kids. They make you believe they do it all. Nobody could
They
do
do.
it all. Nobody.
Yep.
It takes balance. It takes hard work.
Yeah.
And I think they start off being very genuine, very honest. And then, like you said, they kind of hit this realm of fame, I'm going to say. And maybe to them, well, I do use this product and I started
Yeah.
using this and I like it, but maybe I don't love it anymore.
Yeah.
But I want my paycheck to come in.
Yeah, you start making a living. I mean, I can't blame them.
No, I can't either because it's a
And,
job
yeah,
and everything's
it is.
expensive
they-
and
you have
everybody needs,
certain things to it.
it's hard
It
work.
looks glamorous, but
It's very hard work.
I personally, I don't think I would want to do that. You have to have a video every day.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to know how to do all that. You got to be up and running with it. I mean, every day.
Every day.
You know,
And
So-
you got to look great.
you got to keep up with the next influencer.
Exactly.
And so you got all that to consider.
And you have to know what's popular, what's not.
Yes.
I just want everyone, like I said, because my ploy was how influencers aren't the best, but they've been around, like I said, in many different ways. It's just this is the modern version.
Yes.
It was almost how we grew up watching commercials. Those were our influencers.
Yes.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
So it's no different. Kids have social media and these are their influencers. And I'm just going to end, my point that I think just women in general stop feeling like they're your friends. They open enough doors, you begin to trust them. They pull you in enough. I can't stress that enough because that's their job. It's taken them years to get there.
Yeah.
And it's taken hard work, and I'm not devaluing them in any way, shape, or form. I follow influencers. I feel like I'm just smart enough to know the difference
Yeah.
sometimes because I have been influenced 100%. 100% I have been influenced because they make it look easy.
They do.
They look great.
Mm-hmm.
But I think kids' perception is very different than adults' perception.
Yeah.
If you are an in-tune adult to
Yes.
this manufactured lifestyle that they want to perceive.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, they'll learn. They'll eventually learn that they're going to have to do that. And just, to sum it all up, just look carefully and remember, not everything's going to be for you. Some of the influencing is positive. Just keep a discerning eye out. That's
Right.
what I would say.
yeah.
So,
And talk to your kids
yeah, keep those lines of communication open.
always.
Talk.
Yeah. And hopefully they will be honest with you and talk back.
Right, exactly.
And
I thought this was a great chat. We obviously
too.
could go on. There's so many points to it.
right.
But for next week, we're going to talk about simulation theory. So is all this actually real that we're experiencing? So until next time, keep reading, keep researching, and enjoy a good meal.